This is Anne Butler, the Book Griffin. Welcome to the podcast. Not that long ago, I found another subgenre to enjoy, the motorcycle club romance. These are usually referred to as MC novels. I came across this genre by accident when, after enjoying Lawman by Kristen Ashley, which is one of my favourite novels by this author, I became curious about one of her side characters, Kane Tack Allen. They all have nicknames in these novels, by the way. Tack turns up at a crucial point in Lawman. He made an impression on me, so I wondered, did he have his own story? Turns out that Lawman was book 4 in Kristen Ashley's Dream Man series, so yep, Tack did have his own story. It was an enjoyable enough read for me, so much so that I went looking for more of the same. Once I started reading others, well, that was a revelation. All the men and nearly all the women that featured in the stories I read were flawed. Some really, really seriously flawed, but I'll come back to that. What I enjoyed most about the world of the characters in this genre was that they were nearly always older, men and women in their 30s or more. They had chewy backstories. Generally, the women were tough and held their own. Their life was seamy, which made the happily ever after, when it finally came, really satisfying. Along the way to the happily ever after, the stories were bonkers but entertaining. The men were all pitched as working class heroes and were all ridiculously gorgeous in spite of the terrible lives they led. The seaminess of the stories appealed to me because they're so different from what I'd been used to reading. I discovered more and more authors who had written multiple series in the MC genre. Some of these authors, Dahlia West, C. Bauman, Kate C. Wells, and Malcolm, have written quite a lot, and I enjoyed some of their work. So why did I call towards them? I found that too often I just couldn't like the main characters. Usually, it was the man that I had a problem with. Their character flaws were just too much for me. 9 times out of 10, they were prone to carrying out levels of violence that I was just not comfortable reading. I found it hard to switch from the things they did in the course of running their business to caring about their love life. I found it really hard to engage, and I found it really hard to care. The other standby in this genre that I was uncomfortable with was the culture of casual misogyny that jumped out at me in the words and terms used to refer to women in these books. All the above are staples of this genre, and because it bothers me, and after the last 4 DNFs, I won't name the novels or authors, I accepted that I should save my money and stay away from the MC subgenre. I understand the appeal, I really do. There are some I've read that I have kept and I have reread. That's usually because the author has given both main characters enough redeeming qualities that I didn't mind the story and I wanted to cheer them on. The rest I've deleted from my Kindle, or my Playbook, or my Kobo app. Having said all that, I'm glad I took that detour and discovered that there's more to romantic fiction than billionaires sweeping their PAs off her feet, or lords and ladies eyeing each other across a ballroom floor. If you've not yet tried an MC story, what I would say is this. If you like stories with grit and characters with dirty hands, then why not give them a read? Thanks for listening. I'm Anne Butler, the Book Griffin. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then please do like and subscribe to receive notification of new episodes. You can also follow me on Instagram by searching for The Book Griffin.